Hi students, good morning to one and all. Today we are discuss about the basic truth tables and what are the rules we have to follow in discrete mathematics. Okay, so what is the basic format of truth table by using prepositions? You have to see that. So each preposition is a well-formed formula. So you have to take that in one column. For example, we have to use only one preposition, so you have to use one value. If you have to use two prepositions, you have to use two columns. If we have to combine by using connectives for those two prepositions, you have to add one more column for that combined statement. So how many rows you have to prefer is nothing but here values. Based on the values, you have to prefer the rows. If we have the one preposition, we have to follow two values. 2 power preposition number, 2 power n. N is nothing but here preposition number. If we have the preposition 1, we have two values. If we have prepositions 2, we have four values. That means four rows. Here you have to observe we have P and Q, two prepositions. So we are preferring four rows. What is the combination you have to write here? P and Q. Whatever is given in the given compound statement, that can be right in that truth table. Okay, this is the normal format of truth table. Okay, 2 power n is the formula. Here n is nothing but prepositions to truth values. Okay, so next here you have to observe one truth table for this expression. So here first you have to identify in the given statement how many number of prepositions you have to identify. Here three number of prepositions are there, that is nothing but P, Q, R. So we have 8 rows because 2 power n is the formula. Here n is nothing but prepositions. 2 power 3 is nothing but 8 combinations. What are the 8 combinations? You have to write in a general way. You have to write truth, 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 false, truth, false, true, truth, false, false, and false, true, true, false, truth, false, 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 truth, false, false, false. You have to write in zeros and ones manner or truth values. Okay, so you have to write 8 combinations by using these 3 propositions. Next, what is our target is nothing but how we can evaluate this entire expression by using truth table. So you have to identify first what are the terminologies for the entire compound statements, which terms you have to take for the columns. Here any negations for the propositions are there or not, you have to identify. So here negation or is there. So you have to write first negation or. Next you have to identify what are the parenthesis propositions. Because it is a compound, it is a minimal compound statement in the given entire statement. So you have to take one more compound statement is nothing but here P to Q. So you have to take here. Next you have to achieve final targeted given expression, because in the given expression we have two terms, one is negation one and one is one compound minimal compound statement in the given expression. So you have to evaluate first those two and then you have to combine those two. So here we have to remember the rules, what is negation and what is the values for negation. The opposite of the proper proposition is nothing but here negation. Here true, here false, false true, true false. The opposite of or you have to write here, just you have to observe. Next, what is the proposition here? P to Q is the proposition. So what is the rule of P implies Q? Here is nothing but if else. If then part. P to Q is nothing but if then false, means true follows false. The result is false, otherwise true. So whenever the true follows false in P and Q statements, then the result will be false, otherwise it is true. So here only two statements are follows those rule. True follows false, so we have to write false. True follows false, then you have to write false. Otherwise in entire statements it follows, it does not follow the rule, so you have to write true for entire table. Okay, So next you have to combine these expression by using the minimal compound statement, that is nothing but P to Q to R. Means here what is the first statement? True follows false is nothing but the result will be false. Okay. So when you have to put result will be false, if first you have to check P to Q is true, so next you have to check negation R. True follows false, then false. Here true follows true, so true. False follows false, then it is true. False follows true, then it is true. True follows false, then it is false. True follows true, then it is true. So you have to observe the green color statements. So those are nothing but satisfy the rule of conditional. True follows false, then it is false. Here red statements you have to observe only P to Q values. P, Q or combination of whole expression follows this green format. Just you have to observe the rule and apply to evaluate this expression. This is the basic example, one of the basic examples for evaluation of truth table. Okay, next here you have to observe one more expression here, by implies. P by implies Q and R. Here there is how many number of propositions you have to observe? Three number of propositions, so we have to take 8 values, that is common. So next you have to take what? What are the compound statements? Minimum compound statement. Here Q and R is a minimum compound statement. Then you have to remember rule. What is unrule? True follows true. The result will be true. Otherwise false. Okay. Yes, you have to observe when it is true. Q and R. True follows true. True. True follows false. False. So you have to observe. True follows true. Only true. Only two statements follows the rule. Remaining all are false for Q and R. Next, you have to write entire expression because there is no minimal compound statements here. P by implies Q and R. What is the rule you have to remember for by implies? Both propositions R follows the same value, then the result will be true or otherwise false. So you have to observe P is one statement and Q and R is another statement. So here you have to observe true follows true, so true. Next false follows false, next true. False follows false, true. False follows false, true. Remaining is different. True follows false, so false. True follows false, false. True follows false, false. False follows true, false. Okay. The in biconditional, both two values are same, then the result will be true or otherwise it is false. If it is true follows true, true. If it is false follows, then the result will also true. So this is the truth table example for biconditional statement. Okay, you have to take these 7 problems and practice and construct more truth tables. Okay, so just you have to practice based on the rules you have to remember. Understand? So in another way, how to evaluate expression. So you have to take here by using zeros and ones, how you can evaluate and justify the answer in gate problems. Okay, in gate problems, no need to write entire truth table. So they are giving one expression. What is the value of that expression? They ask. Okay, so here you have to observe P, Q, R means you have to take any three values. They are giving values 0, 0 and 1. You have to write it. For example, P equal to 0, Q equal to 0 and R equal to 1. You have to put these values into the given expression and evaluate. 0 or 0. So you have to evaluate within the parentheses first. So 0 or 0. So what is the value of 0 or 0? What is the rule of or? False follows false, then it is false, otherwise true. Here false follows false means 0. False means 0 here. Remember the rule of disjunction. Next 0 or 1. This entire expression will give the result is 0 or value is 1. 0 or 1 means it doesn't follow false follows false. 0 or 0. So the value will be 1. Since here or is 1. So you have to observe 0 or 0 means 0 because false follows false. False follows true means true. Here is the expression. So here is the truth value of that given expression is 1. So again you have to take one more example. Here you have to observe P and Q implies or. You have to put 0 and 0. So 0 and 0 means what is the and rule? Here true follows true, then it is true, otherwise false. False means here 0 because it does not satisfy the and rule. So it is false. False, false follows true here. So you have to remember conditional statement. What is a conditional statement? True follows false, then it is false. That is conditional statement. So otherwise it is true. True means 1. Here you have to remember the given expression value is 1. Here you have to observe 0 is false and 1 is true for the given expression. Okay. So you have to, like that, you have to put 0 and 1 values in the given these four expression and observe these are the correct solutions or not. You have to practice. Okay. Okay. Okay, first finally I have to prefer for fourth one. Just here you have to put 0 0 and 1 values, right? 0 0 1. R is 1 means negation of 1 means what? 0 here, right? You have to observe 0 here. Wait. So here you have to observe what? 0, right? So here 1 means the negation of R means 0. Here you have to observe 0. What is the given expression here? 0. 0 follows 0 here is nothing but 1. This is entire combination is 1, right? So here actual value is 0. 0 follows 1 means what? Here 1, the given expression, because it does not follow the rule, so there is 1. So this is the right answer. Just you have to observe what is values. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening.